Witchy tip, not all magic is instant, and that's actually a good thing. Let me explain. If your spell didn't work overnight, it doesn't mean that it failed. Some spells are slow on purpose. Let's talk about something that gets people so frustrated when it comes to spell work. Timing with spell work doesn't just mean when you cast. It also means how long the energy needs to move. Not all spells are instant. Let me say that again. Not all spells are instant. Some magic works fast, and some magic works deep. And those are usually the spells that take a little more time. So for instance, if you're doing something like healing, love spells, reconciliation, self-worth, emotional shifts, or spell work on avoidance, which I've been posting a lot about because you guys have been asking, those spells do not hit overnight. Let me tell you why, okay? Because you're not moving objects here. You're moving people, patterns, nervous systems. Fast magic usually works on like banishing, protection, cutting cords, removing interferences, okay? Those are usually the ones that are like, and that's because they require fast energy. Cut, snip, remove. But things like love and clarity or return work, that's got to unfold in layers, babe. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, I'm not saying that you can't cast an obsession or a love working or something and it's not going to hit immediately. It quite literally could. It could, depending on the energy of you, the spell work, the timing, the person. There's a lot of components here. However, if it doesn't hit overnight, it's okay. On deeper workings like that, first, the spell work and the energy works from inside of you. You are the one casting. You are the one invoking this energy, manipulating it. You're the one, right? So it has to work first inside you. Your belief systems matter here. Your physical energy matters here. Timing matters here. Your mindset matters here. And then, if done properly, the energy is going to work inside the target, inside of them. And then it will show up in the physical. And that can take days, weeks, sometimes an entire moon cycle. And here's where most people mess up. They will think it's not working and then redo the spell too soon or try to put another heavy working on top of that one. It's like, okay, I'm going to try some. Just let it cook. When you keep casting from an impatient or a rushing energy, you're actually interrupting the work. You're not letting the energy do what it needs to do or flow where it needs to flow. It's like pulling a plant out of the soil every day to check if it's growing. Hello? You're stopping the process. That bitch is never going to grow roots if you keep ripping it up while it's trying to root. You know, we don't do that. You put the seed in the dirt, you cover it. You might water it and look at it, but you're not going to dig it up and keep checking. You're going to trust the process and let it do what it does. Aligned magic isn't supposed to feel frantic or chaotic. Now listen, I have been in a situation where I am chaotic AF and I'm like, and I'm doing too much. And sometimes we do that. Don't beat yourself up if you do. However, if you really want something that's going to be long lasting, something that's going to have a big effect to do what it needs to do, you need to have the clarity and the calm energy when casting, and you need to let it do what it does. Aligned energy is calm. It's like, okay, I've done my part. I'm going to walk away and let it move and do what it needs to do. It's like set it and forget it. So if you're constantly worrying and rechecking, like that's not recasting even, okay? That's not what we're looking for here, babe. That's not power. That's anxiety. And anxiety means you're not trusting the process. The strongest spells are ones you don't have to chase. Trust the timing, let the energy land, and watch what unfolds. If it's meant to land, it will. Let the spell breathe, let it cook, let the energy flow, and trust your magic. You did it. It's going to do its thing, right? Obviously. You wouldn't be casting if you didn't think that you could. So let it do its thing. Power doesn't rush, baby. But things like banishing, those type of things, they can work rather quickly. Healing, gradual. Love, layered. Self-work, cumulative. Trust the process, baby. Okay? And if you ever need help, link is in my bio. Also, make sure you go check out the Serpentina Ascension, my newest baby, my oil line. I just restocked her. Go get you one. I love you. Bye.